If you've played this game for long enough, then you probably remember this guy. His name was Zazarak. Although this isn't the best screenshot, it is one nonetheless from February of 2007. Zazarak was one of the most unique accounts in the history of the game. He was the pioneer of not training combat, now known as a skiller. Even Nova Life, a top player during this era, went out of his way to take a screenshot of the guy. Fast forward 14 years later, enter 2021 in old school Runescape, an archived version of the game from August of 2007. In 2021, 8 years since the game mode was launched, there have been a plethora of unique accounts that have walked around Gielinor, some that were directly or indirectly inspired by Zazarak. In this video, I'll be showcasing 5 of old school RuneScape's most unique accounts. These are accounts that are not only truly unique, but also have gone on to play thousands of hours to accomplish out of the ordinary things. And for Zazarak's sake, I'll even feature a few level 3 accounts, one with over 10,000 hours played, and another who spent over 300 million GP to complete a single elite clue scroll on his account. I hope you enjoy. Starting off our countdown of the most unique accounts, episode number 22 is the account Slayer Lamp. Slayer Lamp is a completely maxed pure at 2081 total level, while limiting his account to just 1 defense and 1 prayer. When you begin to ponder his achievements given its limitations, one of the first things that jumps out is that he has an untrimmed Slayer Cape. This untrimmed Slayer Cape didn't come easy. His 1 defense made him an easy target to consistent damage during each task because he couldn't wear good armor, and his 1 prayer meant that he couldn't use protection prayers to avoid taking damage, or combat stat boosting prayers to make each Slayer kill faster. Another thing that stands out on Slayer Lamp's account is his boss kill counts. At the time of this recording, Slayer Lamp has 11,000 Kraken KC, 9,200 Venenatus, 2,500 Scorpia, 1,750 Thermonuclear Smoke Devil, 1,400 Callisto, 800 Cerberus, 650 Vedion, 500 Corporal Beast, and 400 Hydra KC. These are some insane kill counts given the fact that, again, he's 1 prayer and 1 defense. He has 11 total pets, including all wilderness pets, Callisto Cub, Vedion, Scorpia, and Venenatus. There's also one more thing worth noting. Many of us take the Fire Cape for granted nowadays, but for Slayer Lamp, his 1 prayer and 1 defense made it much more challenging. After several attempts, he finally got his hands on the Glowing Lava Cape by using tick eating on the level 360s in Jad. To date, Slayer Lamp does have 14 Fire Cape completions. Future goals on Slayer Lamp's account is to get some 200 mils. He has some really high experience and a lot of skills already, including 109 million cooking XP, 65 million smithing, 63 million farming, 48 million firemaking, 38 million ranged, and 25 million Slayer XP. He has 200 mil fletching and construction banked, so hopefully we'll see those both knocked out this year. Slayer Lamp also streams on Twitch and has a YouTube channel. Just like every feature, I'll always leave their links in the description. I encourage you to check them out. Next on our countdown of the most unique accounts is the player Whismur. Whismur is a nearly max 10 HP Zerker peer with almost 2100 total level at the time of this recording. He has over 550 million total experience, including 200 million thieving experience and 73 million firemaking experience. Most 10 HP accounts have either chosen to go for 99 defense or stay at 1 defense, so Whismur wanted to do something different. This is where he decided a Zerker peer would be cool, and it would allow him to unlock things such as torso and fighter hat from Barbarian Assault. What definitely stands out on Whismur's account, and is arguably his biggest achievement to date, is his 99 Slayer. To put this in some perspective how insane this achievement is, I've been playing on 10 HP accounts for over 2.5 years now, and getting 75 Slayer for me to kill gargoyles was an incredibly long grind. 10 HP accounts like Whismur can get roughly 15k Slayer XP per hour, so that means it took him an astounding 870 hours to get to 99. To date, Whismur holds the highest ranged XP and Slayer XP for all 10 HP accounts, with 37 mil ranged XP and nearly 15 million Slayer XP. Another mind-blowing accomplishment on Whismur's account is he has completed the Wilderness Elite Achievement Diaries. This means he's teleported using the Gorok teleport, which requires 96 magic and Desert Treasure completed. To complete Desert Treasure on a 10 HP account is very difficult. He also had to kill Callisto, Venenatus, and Vedion, which is an insane accomplishment given the the fact that there's so much RNG involved, especially for Lian, on top of avoiding PKers throughout the whole kill. He's actually killed Venenatis 2,177 total times, and was the first 10 HP account to get the Venenatis Spiderling pet. Whismur is very well versed in 10 HP PVM and also has somehow killed the Calphite Queen. He got insanely lucky and got the Calphite head on 3 kill count, and then made the Green Slayer helmet with it, becoming the first 10 HP account with the Green Slayer helmet. He's also killed King Black Dragon, achieved the King Black Dragon head drop, which has unlocked the Black Slayer helmet for him as well. Sounds like this guy's pretty good at getting head. Whismur's future goals include getting 99 agility in Runecraft to max his 10 HP account. From there, he has his eyes on 1 billion total experience. And maybe it's important to note that Whismur has done all of this while maintaining 2 different jobs IRL. What a beast. So this next submission was a weird one, but definitely one where I found unique enough to place in this episode. The account name, which is 12 Sixes, is a level 3 Iron Man account that has never raised any skills up. This means he's still sitting at the minimum total level of 32. It sounds a bit ridiculous, and it kind of is, but bear with me for a minute. Six managed to get a poisoned iron dagger on his account without raising any of his stats. How he's done this, I'm not really sure, since most players pickpocket rogues, which require 25 thieving, and effectively ruins his account build to get the Iron Dagger P+. After getting the Poison Dagger, he began using the spawn manipulation trick to kill monsters without getting any combat experience. He had his first sights on getting the Skull Scepter, which can be created by getting all 4 of the skull pieces and combining them. These pieces drop at roughly a 3% rate each. This took hundreds of hours, and his hardest 2 pieces were the top of Scepter dropped by Catablopons and the left skull half dropped by Anku. Since hitting on these monsters is incredibly low at 1 attack, he did use some tricks, including poison timer manipulation to speed up kills, which means he tricks the game into poisoning the NPC on the same tick he hits every single time. The Skull Scepter was by far his biggest achievement, but he's also achieved other notable item drops, including Zamorak monk robes from the Monks of Zamorak and the Carnelian armor from the quest Haziel Cult. Where it gets even more interesting is the fact that Six has completed the Chaos Fanatic. With the help of his friends, they managed to lure the Chaos Fanatic all the way to the Fountain of Rune, where Six casted Wind Strike to defeat the Chaos Fanatic. Since the Fountain of Rune provides unlimited runes and also doesn't raise a player's stats, he was able to kill the Chaos Fanatic without gaining any magic levels. On the theme of bossing, Six has also killed the Giant Mole using the spawn manipulation trick, and for his efforts, he was awarded a curved bone, which drops at a 1 in 5,000 drop rate. Unfortunately for him, this was the only drop more rare than the Mole Pet, which drops at a 1 in 3,000 drop rate. But looking on the bright side, he did receive an acorn from the Mole parts, which allowed him to finish getting the purple corrupted plate legs piece, finishing the corrupted armor set minus the kite shield. Six has 41 quest points, which is the maximum amount he can get, with the exception of potentially getting 2 more quest points from the Corsair curse quest. He believes he'd waste too much experience trying to poison the boss. That boss actually regenerates health incredibly quick, so I don't think he'd be able to kill it anyways. Therefore, I actually think it's safe to say he does have the maximum number of quest points on the account. His future goals include trying to get his hands on at least 1 pet, and as of right now, the Chaos Elemental pet from Chaos Fanatic or the Mole pet from the Giant Mole are his frontrunners. Next on our countdown is the Skiller Iron Pitbull. Iron Pitbull is an insane level 3 Iron Man account with over 850 million total experience. At the time of this recording, she's achieved 200 million firemaking and 200 million thieving XP. She also has 93 million farming XP, 58 million woodcutting XP, and 40 million runecrafting XP. Iron Pitbull is currently 1566 total level and is completely maxed with the exception of 65 Slayer. She was one of the first skillers to play Iron Man mode, and she held rank 1 for many years in the early stages of release. Iron Pitbull started her account by getting 99 fishing by catching tuna and swordfish. She then followed that up with 99 cooking. After getting graceful on her account, she had her sights on runecrafting, where she mined all of her essence at 900 essence per hour, and then made fire runes at 4k runecrafting XP per hour. At 72 runecrafting or so, she took a break with the release of Wintertot in September of 2016. Iron Pitbull raised raced right to 200mm fire making, becoming the 8th Iron Man to achieve 200mm. She was also the first Iron Man skiller to get 200mm fire making, or any 200mm skill for that matter. After 200mm fire making, she quickly moved on to thieving and got 200mm within a few short months, also claiming the top page for all Iron Man accounts. After thieving, Iron Pitbull began focusing on maxing, where things such as making GP became more and more important for skills like construction, smithing, and fletching. It was around this time that Iron Pitbull stumbled upon a method of making amazing GP on her account by selling blood runes she would runecraft to Ali Morrisane and Alcarid. Unfortunately for her, this was locked behind a feud quest which requires killing 2 difficult NPCs for a skiller. After much theory crafting and strategizing on her level 3 skiller, she was of course successful and got through both fights by recoiling. In September of 2017, Fossil Island came out, which released a new meta for Hunter and Herblore through the Herbivore minigame. But there was a downfall of Herbivore, and that was it required a lot of running. So Iron Pitbull found a solution, and that was to chop Saliacet mushrooms to get Mortmire fungus. Since she was a skiller, she couldn't enter Mauritania and get Mortmire fungus there, because that's locked behind Priest and Peril quest, which gives prayer XP upon completion. But unfortunately, cutting Saliacet mushrooms to get Mortmire fungus is an incredibly long grind, since you only average 1 Mortmire fungus per 2,000 woodcutting experience. She was getting 70,000 woodcutting experience per hour, which equated to around 35 Mortmire fungus per hour. Iron Pitbull spent the next 400 hours cutting Saliacet mushrooms, getting 28 million woodcutting experience in the process, as well as 14,000 Mortmire fungus. This Mortmire fungus would be enough stamina potions for both the 200mm Hunter grind doing Herbivore and the 200 million smithing grind at the blast furnace. And quickly speaking of smithing, she was able to get the ice gloves on her account as well, which is a huge game changer for blast furnace. Iron Pitbull has all the skilling pets except the baby Chinchompa. Once she gets to baby Chinchompa, she's really only missing the omelet and bloodhound for max pets on her account. Iron Pitbull's future goals include getting all 200 mils, which will take a long time. If she ever obtains all 200 mil non-combat stats, she says that she would start doing combat, which I would advise against, considering she is already 10,000 plus hours into the journey. Her next 200 mils are probably going to be Hunter and runecrafting, and once she's achieved both of these, she'll be at over 1 billion total experience. What an amazing account, and best of luck on your future goal. The final player being featured in this episode is the player Hooray for J. Hooray for J started his account on February 22nd, 2013, the first day of Old School RuneScape's release. He couldn't figure out what sort of combat account he wanted to make, so he ended up staying a regular level 3 skiller. To date, he's completely maxed his account with 1575 total level. He was one of the first skillers to max in game, doing so in 2016, about 3 years into the release of Old School RuneScape. Besides maxing, his biggest skill related achievement was 200 mil smithing, being the 54th player to do so. But as ironic as this sounds, since he's maxed and since he's a skiller, Jay doesn't really care about skilling. He's actually more interested in doing activities than skills. In 2013, he grinded the Gnome Restaurant minigame for the better part of a year, as it was a decent way to make money at the time, only stopping after obtaining 100 Gnome Scarves. Around this time, Gnome Scarves were 700k each, which was about 70 million GP, an amazing cash stack for 2013 standards. Hooray for J also is rank 1 in every clue category for skillers, with over 7,300 total completions. The breakdown includes 17,034 beginner clues, 3,721 easy clues, 1,554 medium clues, 300 hard clues, 1 elite clue, and 2 master clues. He was the first level 3 to complete an elite clue and master clue by using the juggling method utilized in the Swampletics series. The single elite clue cost him 300 mil, and his first master clue cost him 250 mil from all the Impling jars opened. In 2017, Hooray for J decided he wanted to grind the Chambers of Xeric, and has since then accumulated over 1,300 regular kill count and over 1,000 challenge mode raids kill count. He was 10th in game to obtain the Metamorphic Dusk from challenge mode raids, and is currently the only level 3 to obtain it at the time of this recording. Hooray for J also has the Omelet pet, getting it on his 64th unique. In the end, Jay says that he plays the game for his friends he's made along the way. He streams on Twitch, and all of his links and all account features links are in the description. Well, that's going to complete episode number 22 of the most unique accounts in old school RuneScape. If you enjoyed the video, I would invite you to leave a like on it, as that really helps the channel out. Also, I'm going to try to put out a most unique accounts video every 2 to 4 weeks, so be on the lookout for future episodes. If you're interested in being featured or know someone who should be featured, please reach out to me on my Discord. I've left my Discord contact information in the description. Have a great day, everyone. Take it easy. Peace.